out over here. Redirect that exhaust. A 50C engine with 4 carburetors, and it has a special air-cooled head. It has an automatic starter and a cooling system, and it has a little pedal here for the gas. And this has a Kettering ignition system. This was the first engine I built, and this was built in 1997. This is a wall block, 50cc. It is an F-head, which means that the intake valves are in the head and the exhausts are in the block. Very much like Rolls-Royce and Bentley and also Willys did many years ago until they went to an overhead valve system. This also uses a Kettering system. It has oil filtration, full oil pressure, twin carburetors, cooling system, fan, and this was built in 2000. This is a Challenger V8 that was designed in the late 60s. Basically, we think it's 2 walls put together. I built it with air-cooled heads, and it has a special oil pump and water pump on the rear of the engine that's directly driven off the crank. The oil pump will put out 80 pounds oil pressure if you adjust it that way. It does have oil filtering on the side and an oil pressure gauge. This front unit is a water cooling tower. The radiator is down below. It uses 3 carburetors, although the outside 2 only come in at the extreme. And it runs very nicely, and I built this one here in 2001. And it's been running ever since, never taken apart. This one here is another wall block, based on the wall block. It's an overhead, has titanium valves, rocker arms are of 70-75, uses an electronic system, a CDI system, has full oil pressure, has filtering built into it with an automatic starter. This is an overhead cam. You can see the cam in there, and the cam is adjusted by buckets similar to Alfa and Jaguar. Runs 4 carburetors, electronic ignition, and the engine is tilted over at 30 degrees because I used to drive Peugeots and they were tilted over at 30, so I thought I'd do something a little different. Runs real well. That's about it. This is a original wall. This is how they looked originally with a water-cooled head. The engine has since been changed totally in that it has a electric starter, also has a generator to generate power, which eventually there'll be a sign over here flashing, drawing current from the generator. It has electronic ignition. This one here is unusual, and it has a dry sump oil pump, and it has a high pressure oil pump, and it'll pump 60 pounds oil pressure. This is the gas tank. The cooling system is below the engine, as in all these engines, and this is the oil tank from which the oil is drawn into the high pressure pump that lubricates the rods, journals. Dick Pertell. I live in Sunnyvale, California, and I've been doing this for probably about 30 years.
What was your profession?
I was a salesman by trade, but I always wrenched on cars, and I tell people if I can do it, anybody can do it. I'm self-taught. Took me a while, but I'm self-taught, and I have a nice shop.